Hello everyone and welcome back to MonLabo Linux. Today I propose you to connect a VS Code with one of your Linux server at home. And let me warn you, there's going to be a troubleshooting step on this. I did not solve it yet, but I thought that okay, if I'm having that issue, probably we can solve it together. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So the problem is that, what you need to do first is to go here on extension and hit SSH, search SSH, and then install this. It's going to install the other three as well. So once you have that SSH, you can see that it has been downloaded 28.5 million times. So once you have it, okay, you can come over here on settings and then you pass your key, your config file. Let me know if you want a video on how to configure a config file on Linux for SSH. And then here by default it was, I think it was 20. I added, no, 15. It was 15. I added it up to 120. It's not working at all. So, uh, this said, with this said, let me now try to log in and show you where the problem is. So if I come here, for example, here it is taking that from my config file or this server, and if I try to connect to it and I click here, you will see that it's asking me for the password, okay? Writing password prompt and stuff. So now I'm gonna log in, and as you can see, it said what? um, Authenticated to. So it means that it's connected to it successfully using password. But and then it shows me the console to get access to it, and voila, it times out. So I've been trying to troubleshoot this, and I don't know why that is happening, but I have my small idea, and I think I'm gonna work on it. So let me close that remote connection, and then I'm gonna do this. So if I do that here, okay, that's the same server, and put my password, you will see that I've logged in successfully. But for some reason, when I do that using uh, VS Code, it doesn't work. So that's our job now to understand what is going on. And if you're asking if my server is online, yes, it is. And as a proof of that, I'm connected to it here as well. But if you look at something here, okay, there is something that is missing, a .ssh file, okay? There is a .ssh file directory. Within that .ssh directory, there is a file called uh, uh, authorized server, something like that. So that's for me something that is missing, and I'm trying to troubleshoot that. So let's go ahead and do that. So if I go to my server again, which is my physical machine, and I check on the keys that I have here, I see that I have ID underscore RSA and ID underscore RSA dot perp, which are my SSH keys. So now I'm going to copy this key over that server, and then within my config file, I'm going to reference that key there. I'm going to copy this one and reference this key over there as the one to authenticate with. So now I'm going to do SSH dash copy dash ID. So instead of that, let me grab the IP address of this machine, which is 1.45. So now, so that's for my Rocky Linux machine. And then I'll just type 145 here. And then I'm going to uh, hit enter. So once I do that, it's asking me if I want to what is my password. So I'm just gonna say something that you don't know. Mm. Okay, now it says one key has been added. So now if I do SSH Rocky Linux, I have access without providing a password anymore. So let me exit. Now, if we look into that server, onto that server, I mean, oops, not this one, not from there, I mean. So if we do the same ls something again, uh, for some reason, not sure. Oh, okay, yeah, it's right there. So we see the dot ssh, and then if I go into that dot ssh folder and type ls, I will see authorize underscore key, not authorize underscore server. And if I cut that authorize underscore key, that's my public key. Okay, that's my public key, which means it's coming from my remote server. Now, what I will do on the other side is that I will, sorry, I will come here and do a Vim. So I will first do something like PWD. Or I can just do home, and then I'm going to put this IC underscore, so something file. So there is a file. So if you click here, if you search this SSH underscore config, this is the client side configuration. Okay, and you will see this identity file. Okay, so these are private keys. For example, I can copy that and then come over here to not there. If I was to hit hey Vim, and then you will see these are all my hosts, and I'm going to add specifically for this one a new entry, which is this. Okay, so it means that it goes to my home directory, then go into the .ssh file, and finally grab this file. And now, oops, and now we're gonna test that again. So if I come here and then let me close this. I'm not connected to anything now. Let's hope that it works because I don't know what will be the end result for that. So if I click there, let's see what we got here. So it is authenticated and it's pending. So if it doesn't work, we might have to really understand what is going on here. It's still not working. For some reason, I don't know what that is, but we need to troubleshoot that. So now I just click on close remote connection. So it's still not working. So at that point, let me show you one of my trick, how I try to troubleshoot stuff like that when I have problems. So I may ask why remote SSH extension times out after a successful login. And then here on one of these things, I have someone who is having the same issue like me, and that was posted 5 years ago. Okay, and the person is talking about this. Someone talk about increasing the timeout from this to this, and then, but that didn't work for me. So I didn't try this one yet. So we're gonna do that. So we have remote SSH, and then use local server. which should be equals to false. So let's try to see that. So um, so if we come back here, we go to extensions again, we type SSH, I mean SSH, and then we click here, we go to settings, uh, we are looking for which one again? It's I think it was remote something. Oops. So if I was to type this and search, so I have remote SSH use local server, which is enable. So I'm going to disable it, which makes it equals to false. And then now let's go again. Let's go again and try it. So I'm going to click here on this. It's going to list all my configurations, and I'm going to click on it. It's asking me, before it wasn't asking me this, but now it's asking. So I can click on it, and voila, I'm connected, which is amazing. So together we troubleshoot this problem, and I'm now able to have access to my remote server here that you see. And I can, for example, click here and try to open a folder from within that server, not from my Ubuntu server. So you can see that I'm exactly under the home directory of Sterling, and then I can go, for example, to my probably my downloads or whatever. I can go there and do whatever I want. So, and also if you look down here, you will see that now the terminal has changed. It's now connected to Sterling. So it means that everything I'm using Visual Studio Code as if I was using it on the as if I was using it on the as if it was installed on Rocky Linux, yet it's not installed yet over there. So yeah, so if you uh, just as a proof of that, you can type something like this, and you see that this is Rocky Linux. And I can also show you something. For example, if I was to open this download folder, yes, trust. If I was to open that, looks like I don't have anything there. Maybe I have to open somewhere else. Let's just verify that we don't have anything there. So if we go to CD, we don't need that. We just type download. Oops. CD to download. Oh, I'm already there. Sorry. And there is nothing. Yeah. So that's why that's why I did like that. So but I can click here and go to where is that again? Maybe nope, it's not there. Oh, right here. This is the actual one that is open. I think we're gonna stop here. I don't want to make this too long, because this is okay. No, download. Okay, and then ls. No, cd to document. Come on, man. What is your problem? Okay, I don't have anything yet on that server, so that's the thing about it. But if I was to come here, for example, let's go to download and create something from within here. So if I was to come here and go to cd uh, download, okay, and then I say touch test.txt and I type enter, and if I come here I will see that it's there. So it means that we are successfully connected to that server, and you can see that here as well. So if you like what you just saw, please consider giving supporting the channel. You want to grow as a as a community. We already reached 200 and was it 13? Yeah, 13 subscribers. This is amazing. So we intend to go higher and higher and higher and higher, millions of subscribers. So bye bye. Take care. And share.